888-866-6775.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. We have a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof of your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. And let me remind you, if you ever have any home or finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you. And you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are no operators standing by. I am it.
Quiet, numbskulls. I'm broadcasting.
Well, I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan, a plan to save you money. I personally work with you. Even if you don't have any needs today, save this number in your phone for future reference, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Well, you know something, I might have to change our opening commentary there, because now with the phones getting as busy as they are, we do have a receptionist that is on standby to make sure that we get you where you need to go. So call us anytime. Again, 800-306-1990. Let's see. Job Action Day is today. Okay. I don't think we like that one. Family Literacy Day. I think we got strike two. I could play for the Angels with all these strikeouts. Cook for Your Pets Day. I don't know about that one either. We gotta find something better here. Deep Fried Clams Day. We've got Deep Fried Clams Day. That's a good one. Yeah, if you like clams. I like clam chowder. So I don't know if you fry clams for clam chowder. Cinnamon Day. I like that one. We're striking out here, Josh. I don't know. Biologic Coordinators Day. Holy cow. I can't even spell that one. National Author. Oh, wait a second. I think I found what we're going to go with here today, Josh. I think I found it. Today is actually National, let's see, drum roll, please. Calzone Day. I like calzones. I like calzones. So stuff those things with some good things in there. I'm a big fan of calzones. So tell me where you like to get calzones at. Are you a calzone fan, number one? And where are you getting good ones? Take a look at the markets. They are Dow Jones is up 48 points, S&P 500 up 198. NASDAQ is up 62.47. Oil is up 76 cents a barrel. I like misery, so let's see if I can find our daily numbers here, because it generally does give me a little bit of misery to start the morning. Although being that I was at a convention last week, I did get to see firsthand what gas prices are in a lot of different areas. So our tremendous underwriter, Lori, $3.16 a gallon. So she's still way better than we are here in California. Best in the land, Oklahoma, $3.08 of a cent, 3.08. Josh, you're still moving up a little bit, 394.5 there in Nevada. And are you ready for this one? This is painful. $4.61 in California. Ow! $4.61. That's nuts. Unbelievable. $4.31 in Hawaii. $3.40 a gallon is the national average for a gallon of gasoline. $3.40, and we're $1.20 a gallon above the national average. Well, I guess when you have 25% in taxes, I guess that'll do it to you, right? 25% in taxes. So figure that one out. $4.60 a gallon, or $4.61 a gallon. And we're looking at 25%, $1.15 a gallon just in taxes. And I'm sure that's only for the rich, right? The rich are the only ones that pay those taxes on gasoline. Oh, wait. They're the ones that are driving the Teslas. So maybe they're not paying that $1.15 a gallon in taxes. Maybe that's going to somebody else. Well, you know something? Let's keep on voting the way we're voting and see if we can get a different result. Unbelievable. Let's see what else is going on in the world right now. Saw an interesting article this morning. I thought I'd share it with you. And it's talking about first-time and repeat buyers. What do they fear most? Talking about real estate. What do the first-time and repeat buyers fear the most about buying real estate? Well, 89% have a fear of commitment. Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about there. Fear of commitment. I've been married 34 years, so I guess I'm into a life sentence here. Afraid. Oh, wait a second. I said that wrong. So many consumers are more afraid of purchasing a home than dealing with their fear of commitment. More consumers are afraid of filing their tax returns. More people are afraid of buying a home than having a tooth pulled. So imagine that. It's scarier to go buy a home than to have your tooth pulled. Scarier to go buy a home than to have for their fear of heights. This is, I can't make this stuff up. October 29th in Realtor Magazine. So these are what people are most afraid of. So what are the first-time home buyers saying? I was afraid there might be better options out there than the homes I was looking at. That's 40% of the respondents. I was afraid of not being able to afford my mortgage, 36.8%. Well, are you afraid of not being able to pay your rent? Now you got to have a roof over your head. Now I can understand. Now here's the issue with this one. This is an interesting scenario. If you go and buy a house with an FHA loan, 3.5% down, or you go with one of the 3% down programs or a 5% down program, do you know that you're less likely to be evicted from that property or foreclosed upon that property if you miss a payment or two? Now, I don't recommend that. I do not recommend missing a payment or two. I don't recommend missing any payments. But you're less likely to be foreclosed upon than missing a rent payment. Why? Well, the bank doesn't want your property. The lender does not want your property. They want you to pay for it. And if there's not a whole lot of equity in it, right, you've got the FHA loan, 3.5% down payment. Yes, I know there is mortgage insurance on that. We're going to talk a lot about mortgage insurance today. But there's not a lot of equity in that for the bank to go and try and sell that. Why would they want to take it back? They want to make sure that you make the payments. That's what they want. So from a risk standpoint, owning your home is much better off. I was afraid of not being able to afford my mortgage, 36.8%. I was nervous to take a hard look at my finances. I don't want to know what my credit score is. That's what 31.6% of first-time homebuyers said. I don't want to know what my credit score is. Shame on you. You need to know what your credit score is. How would you ever get ahead? Now, think about this very, very simple concept. Now, I've got a 32-year-old. I've got a 30-year-old. I'm dad, so they don't listen to me. Maybe you will. Think about this concept. What would happen what if you go and buy, right out of the gate, as soon as you can, maybe a one-bedroom condominium, maybe even a studio, and use one of the low down payment options. Wait 2 years or 3 years, save up another 3 or 5% or 3 to 5%, and buy another property, maybe a 2-bedroom condo or townhome. Keep the first one and rent it out. There are a lot of young people out there that want someplace to live. But now you've got a second property that you're getting with a low down payment. Wait a couple more years. Save up some more money, another 3 to 5%, and buy a third piece of property. Maybe you can go into a 2 or 3 bedroom home. Single family residence, nice neighborhood. Buy that one. Keep the first 2, rent them out. And maybe 3 to 5 years down the road, you save another 3 to 5% and buy another property. Now, the first 2 are already cash flowing for you. You're making positive cash flow. Now you get the third one making a positive cash flow. Let someone else make your mortgage payment for you. But now you're into your 4th property, all of them with very, very minimal down payments. And you can say, well, Ron, but I got mortgage insurance on all of them. Who cares? They're appreciating. Almost everywhere in the state of California, you're going to be looking at 5% or more appreciation. 5% or more appreciation. Now think about this. If you bought a $400,000 house, and yes, there are some $400,000 one bedrooms or studios out there. 3% down is $12,000. 5% appreciation per year is $20,000 a year appreciation. You're getting a lot of money right there in appreciation. Now, the last few years, we've had a lot more than 5% appreciation. But right now, we're looking at some major, major appreciation. Will it continue? I don't know. I don't predict the future. I can tell you what some of the economists are saying. They're saying this next year should be a very, very good year. Why? Well, the simple truth is there's not enough homes out there. We're not making them. Now, last I checked, well, I'm not going to even ask Josh because I know the answer with him. But, last I checked, we are still making babies, right? If you're lucky, you're practicing if you're not making them. So I digress. But here's the issue. We're not building houses. That's the problem. So I want to show you a couple charts right here, if I can. And for those of you that are watching us on RonSiegelRadio.tv or the ABC News and Talk AM 1490 video feed, you're going to see the charts. Everyone else, I'm going to give you the words eye view if I'm able to do it. Okay, so I think I've got this chart. Whoops, do I have the chart showing, Josh? I think it's on the screen. Okay, look at the homes that are being built by decade. Now, I wish I knew. I'm not smart enough to know how to make this fuller screen or whatever, but I hope you get the picture here. But in the 1930s, the decade of the 30s, we built 5.4 million homes. In the decade of the 1940s, we built 9.6 million homes. How about in the 50s? We built 21.4 million homes. In the 60s, we built 20.2 million homes. In the 70s, 25.8 million homes. In the 80s, 25.2 million homes. In the 1990s, we built 26.7 million homes. When I come back, I'm going to show you a picture of exactly why the housing crisis, the housing shortage will continue. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. Why the housing crisis will continue. We'll talk about it. We've got a workshop for you, mortgage insurance. We're going to talk about that. And renters missed out on $51,500 this past year. How did they do that? All that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numero 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis. rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
Homeowners over the age of 62 are taking back financial control after retirement with reverse mortgages, and the Siegel Lending Team is here to help you use it to your advantage. Call Ron Siegel with Geneva Financial to receive your free information booklet with no obligation. The booklet answers all your questions, and the best part is you still own your home. Call Ron Siegel at 1-800-306-1990 or visit ronsiegelradio.com.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Joe, I have no idea. My buddy Joe Ingram checking in here. Who has gas under $4 in Cali? I don't know. Probably nobody that I know of. The national average is under $4. California average is $4.61 per gallon. 461 is the number in California. Ow! So can't answer that question for you, Joe. We gotta. Maybe it's the stuff that we ship to other states, being that they're not having to pay our $1.15 in taxes that we get here in California. Let's take a look at the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Dow Jones now up 60 points. The NASDAQ is up 67.5 points. And let's take a look and see if we can find out the S&P 500 up 244. 10-year Treasury up 3 basis points. Mortgage-backed securities are down 9 basis points, which means interest rates are a little bit higher this morning. They've recovered a little from where they were. Construction spending decreased by 0.5% in September, which was below expectations of a 0.5% increase. Got a lot of news coming out this week, so we're going to be watching all of that for you. And we did have some numbers come out last week that were interesting because the Federal Reserve, we looked at their numbers and they said, believe it or not, now, I don't shoot the messenger. I just report what's going on and what the Federal Reserve is telling us. So they said, according to the PCE report, that inflation is pretty basically very tame. Not a whole lot of inflation. Core rate strips out food and energy prices is the real focus of the Fed. was only up 0.2% in September, while year-over-year reading remained at 3.6%.
You know better than that.
Yeah, unbelievable. That's what the Fed's looking at. They don't count in this particular report too much about housing and required medical. So maybe that's where the issue is. But I don't know. Gas prices seem to me like they're up a little bit more than 0.2%, being that I think we started reporting them at the beginning of the month. I don't remember exactly the numbers. Let's see if I've got them still on my screen. But if you look at a month ago, so we're at 340 a gallon is the current national average. A month ago, it was 319. So in my book, is that about a 10% increase in gas prices in 1 month? 10%? I think that's a little bit of inflation right there. $2.13 a gallon a year ago. $2.13 a gallon 1 year ago. $3.40 is the national average. These are national numbers. I didn't put in the California numbers into those. I just did national numbers. So, do you want to know what about California? Maybe let me throw in here just for fun's sake, being that Joe asked for it. I got to give Joe what he wants. You know, he's a friend. So California, current $4.60 a gallon. 1 month ago, $4.40 a gallon. So that's up 5% just in a month. $3.18 a year ago. Now, because I don't want to be miserable alone, I'm going to give you Josh's numbers. Right? $3.95 a gallon, $3.94.5 a gallon is the current gasoline price in Nevada. A month ago, $3.89. That's not bad, Josh. That's only about a couple percent there. And a year ago, $2.60. So it's up big over a year ago, but it's not anything like California going from $3.18 to $4.60. Now, when you go from $3.18 to $4.60, what does that tell you? It's not the gasoline that's the issue, because otherwise everywhere else would have been gone up similarly, correct? Taxes. Yeah, they decided to put that cap and trade tax in. Thank you, Governor Newsom. They decided to put in another roads tax. We got really great roads, right? I mean, once again.
You know better than that.
So these are all issues that are going on right now. But hey, that's where we stand. Inflation is here. The Federal Reserve said it was transitory. Now they might be saying it's persistent. They will be having a meeting on Wednesday this week. Federal Reserve meeting Wednesday. We're going to also be getting the ADP jobs report Wednesday. The BLS jobs report comes out on Friday. So we've got a lot of data coming out. That's the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. So before the break, I was actually going over with you why we've got such a shortage of housing. And it's very, very simple to understand if I'm able to bring up this chart again to show it to you. And had I been, had I been thinking about it a little more, I would have had given these to Josh this morning so they really looked good. But yeah, we do what we do anyway. Sometimes I get onto these rabbit trails, and thank goodness for the ability of bringing up some of this stuff easily. Although I guess I did bring up something that's a little goofy there. Let's see if I can find the right window to show you. I think this is the one I want to show you. Okay, hopefully Josh is in the background going, "You numbskull, what are you doing? Why didn't you send me the screens?" Okay, so went through these. The homes built by decade. Again, if you're watching us on RonSiegelRadio.tv, any of our socials, or the ABC News and Talk AM 1490 video feed, you're seeing what a chart looks like of homes built by decade through most of the 1900s. Well, in 1990, I told you 26.7 million homes were built. What about in 2010? Yeah, this is right after the mortgage meltdown. So the decade of the 2010s, well, even in 2000 to 2009, right, we had 27.1 million homes built. That wasn't on the last screen. 27.1. But in 2010 to 2019, 5.8 million homes is all that was built during that decade. 5.8 million. That's about 1/6 of the number of homes that were built during the prior decade and pretty much during the prior half century. Every decade was over 20 million from 1950s to 2009. And then we dropped to 5.8 million. Well, we were still getting older, so the seniors still needed places to live. They weren't moving. And young people were getting older. They wanted to start their own households. They didn't want to be living with mom and dad anymore, right? Having babies. But we didn't build houses. No wonder we're not having that we're having a shortage of housing right now, right? You cut off 25 or 30% of the houses being built. Well, there's no wonder that you got a shortage, right? So think about that concept and, understand why we're going to see supply and demand is telling us exactly why there's not going to be a real housing shortage coming, or the prices are not going to continue to drop. Just throw that out there for you. I want you to just get a concept of that. So being that I got a workshop that I want to do in the next segment on mortgage insurance, I'm going to give you our real-time real estate segment before we go to break, even though I'm running late this morning already. I guess I talk too much. But real-time real estate segment brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text SLT Home Digest to 79564. Find your dream home before someone else does. Renters missed out on $51,500 this past year. Rents have increased significantly this year. The latest national rent report from apartmentlist.com shows rents are rising at a rate much higher than the 3 years leading up to the pandemic. Quote, since January of this year, the national median rent has increased by a staggering 16.4%. Ow! To put that in context, rent growth from January to September averaged just 3.4% in the pre-pandemic years from 2017 to 2019, unquote. Looking back, we can see rents rising isn't new. The median rental price increased consistently over the past 33 years. And again, we might have a graph on this, being that I threw a curveball at Josh. I'm not sure we've got that one up or not. But median rent asking since 1988 looks like, I used to say that it looked like, up until 2017, I said, or 2015, I said it looked like a ski slope, maybe a super diamond ski slope. Now it almost looks like a cliff. I mean, look at that chart. If you're watching us on RonSiegelRadio.tv or AM 1490 ABC News and Talk video feed. If you're thinking of renting for another year, consider that rents will likely be even higher next year. But that doesn't alone paint the picture of the true cost of renting. The money renters stand to lose this year. A homeowner's monthly mortgage payment pays for their shelter, but it also acts as an investment. That investment grows in the form of equity as the homeowner makes their mortgage payment each month to pay down what they owe on their home loan. Their equity gets an additional boost from home price appreciation, which is at near record levels this year. The latest Homeowner Equity Insights report from CoreLogic found homeowners gained significant wealth through their home equity this past year. The research shows, quote, the average homeowner gained approximately $51,500 in equity during this past year, unquote. That's a national number. Here in Southern California is significantly higher. As a renter, you don't get the same benefit. Your rent payment only covers the cost of shelter and any included amenities. None of your monthly rent payments come back to you as an investment. That means by renting this year, you'll likely paid more in rent than you did in the previous year. And you also missed out on the potential wealth gain of $51,500 you could have had by owning your own home. Bottom line, when deciding you should rent or buy in the future, keep in mind how much renting can cost you. Another year of renting is another year you'll pay rising rents and miss out on building your wealth through home equity. Let's chat. If you got a plan to buy a new house, that's the real-time real estate segment. Again, brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text SLT Home Digest to 79564. Find your dream home before someone else does. When we come back, I'm going to give you this workshop on mortgage insurance. We're going to chat about that. Might even find a featured home if we have time. You can reach me anytime off air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio, your home and mortgage connection.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments, paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at ronsiegelradio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rates subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694452.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis. rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. So every once in a while, we come up with a presentation or a discussion that we get a lot of questions about. And we just find it to be a good idea to bring that to you on our program. And we do a little bit of an extended discussion. And then we have it available on some of our other channels so you can actually refer to it by itself. This one today happens to be on what is mortgage insurance? What is mortgage insurance? So obviously, you know that I am a consumer advocate, a mortgage professional. I've got a real estate license. I don't use it. But let's chat about And part of the reason I don't use it is there's a lot of other people that do that and they understand what that's all about. So let's talk about a little bit of an overview of what we're going to be sharing today on this program. And we're going to talk a little bit about, if I can find it here. Well, I guess I'm not going to find it there real easily. But what is mortgage insurance, why you need to have it, and the requirements for the mortgage insurance. So that's where we're starting off today. So one of the big problems I see all the time, in fact, I had a conversation with somebody about this just last week. And the conversation was about why is it that so many people think you have to put 20% down? And people don't understand you don't have to put 20% down. There are options, especially for people getting into the buying of a new home. Maybe you haven't bought one recently. Maybe you've never bought a new house. You do not need 20% down. Veterans, you can buy with nothing down and you never need to worry about mortgage insurance. So please ignore this conversation. Other than your kids or grandkids, they might not be able to get away with this. But anybody else, don't wait for 20% down. There are USDA programs, no down payment. There are some Fannie and Freddie Mac programs with 3% down, FHA 3.5% down. You can put 5% down, all different sorts of things. So you might be required to pay mortgage insurance if you pay 20% down. The basics of mortgage insurance, and mortgage insurance comes under many different names. It could be MIP, which is a mortgage insurance premium. That's the FHA version. You might hear somebody say PMI, private mortgage insurance. You might just hear MI, mortgage insurance. All basically the same thing, but we're going to get into them. So the basics of mortgage insurance. Your mortgage lender may arrange for mortgage insurance with a private company. PMI rates vary by down payment and credit score. It is generally less expensive than FHA rates for borrowers with good credit and paid monthly with little or no initial payment at closing. That is the basics of mortgage insurance. Most common way to pay mortgage insurance or private mortgage insurance is added to your mortgage payment. Now, you may have the option of paying both. You could have a single premium mortgage insurance where you have one premium paid up front. We use that in our appraisal gap program. If you're not familiar with it, let us know. Just send a message, RJ at ronsiegelradio.com, and we'll get you the information about the appraisal gap program. But there is an option of paying for PMI with a one-time upfront premium at closing instead of paying monthly. Now, the next alternative is, on that one, I guess I should tell you, it costs between 0.5% to 1% of the entire loan amount. On an annual basis, if you have a $100,000 loan, you could be paying as much as $1,000 a year, $83 a month, assuming 1% in mortgage insurance. You may have the option of paying for both. You may have the option for going with part upfront and part monthly. That's a great option for many people just because you tend to have a lower monthly. If you have a need for mortgage insurance, but you can't afford the debt to income ratio, right? That could be where part of that problem is you might have to just go a little bit different in a different route right there. So let's see what the next what's next on our slide. I wonder why I'm not getting these coming up on my there we now I've figured it out. Okay. FHA mortgage insurance. That Federal Housing Administration loans, insurance premiums are paid to the Federal Housing Administration. FHA loans are government-backed mortgage insured by the FHA, required on all FHA loans. Now, why do they require this? Well, again, FHA is not giving you the loan. All they're doing is guaranteeing, all mortgage insurance is basically guaranteeing to the lender or ensuring to the lender 20% equity in the property in case of a default. So the FHA loan is a one-time upfront mortgage insurance premium, and you can generally finance that into the loan and a mortgage insurance premium every month. So that's where that one comes in. My screen just froze on me once again. Okay, Josh, go to the next slide if you would, because I'm not. Oh, there it is. So you have to really understand where your credit scores are in order to go through these things and know what's best for you. That's why I share with you all the time. You need to talk to somebody that's really understands all the programs and has them all available to you. That's just as big an issue. Having them or understanding them and having them all. A couple of banks, big banks, they don't offer the FHA mortgage program. So they might tell you that if your credit score is too low, you don't qualify. And the fact of the matter is you don't qualify with them. So you've got on the FHA, you've got both the upfront mortgage insurance and you've got which again gets rolled into the mortgage. And you need to have on FHA a credit score of 580 or higher, and you need to have 3% down. Now, there are some programs that will allow you to go with a little bit lower credit score, but you're going to pay for it, and you need to have a higher down payment. Two kinds of FHA mortgage insurance. Again, the upfront mortgage insurance premium, and you've got the monthly mortgage insurance premium. You have to do both. MIP is paid annually, and again, it gets charged out of your account every month. And the upfront UFMIP, you might hear that name, that is a one-time payment. The VA home loan, getting a Department of Veterans Affairs-backed loan, the VA guarantee replaces the mortgage insurance. So the VA home loan is for service members, veterans, and their families, and there is no monthly mortgage insurance premium. You'll pay an upfront funding fee. The amount varies based on military service, the down payment, the disability status. We get all that from your certificate of eligibility, which follows your DD-214. You can roll this you can roll that funding fee into your mortgage payments. You pay that on a monthly basis as well. So that's just a little bit of it. Now, how do you get rid of the mortgage insurance? That's a biggie right there. How do you get rid of that mortgage insurance? Well, there's a couple of different ways. Most of it is dependent upon your appraisal at the time you take out the loan. Sometimes you can just call your servicer and ask them to remove it. Not as frequently, it doesn't work as well that way. But sometimes you have to, when you take out your loan, there's a amortization schedule. When you have 20% equity based on your payments, the amortization schedule, then you can almost always get it taken off. FHA never comes off. The only way to get that off is to replace the loan with a new loan, a refinance. So, and that can be done on the FHA loan or on a conventional loan. Either way, refinancing is almost always the way you've got to do that. And I would say that if you have taken out your loan anytime from, say, February of this year prior, you ought to be sending a copy of your most recent mortgage statement to RJ at ronsiegelradio.com, RJ at ronsiegelradio.com, and let us take a look and see. You may be increasing your interest rate and saving money every month. Yeah. Do you care about your interest rate if you can save money every month? That's the basis of it. So just be aware. Let's look at it for you. So again, our team, basically, we're doing all the different types of loans, FHA, VA, conventional, jumbo, first responder loans. Get on that mortgage app. Yes, we do have a tremendous loan application. All you have to do for the loan application is go to ronismylender.com. ronismylender.com. You get a great mortgage app, and you can get on your way right from that. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. When we come back, we're going to talk about our featured home, brought to you by myfavouritelender.net. All that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, and if you miss any part of our broadcast. Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender. Are you tired of paying rent? Are you tired of paying someone else's mortgage? Do you know qualified folks can potentially purchase a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket? Ron Siegel can help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. If you're tired of paying someone else's mortgage, reach out to Ron today at RonIsMyLender.com. That's RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey friends, do you dream of mortgage-free home ownership? Are you aware that even if you own your home free and clear, it could still be costing you thousands per year? The Siegel Lending Team can help you generate tax-free income, accumulate family wealth, and maintain ownership of your home. By simply emailing your most recent mortgage statement, you'll receive a no-obligation real estate plan. Learn more by calling 1-800-306-1990 or email me your recent mortgage statement to PEAR@RonSiegelRadio.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender. Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments, paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at RonSiegelRadio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit RSRNoDebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit RSRNoDebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis. RSRNoDebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. RSRNoDebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to RSRNoDebt.com. RSRNoDebt.com.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The featured home segment today being brought to you by myfavouritelender.net. Myfavouritelender.net. Who's got the featured home? It's Patty Gregory has the property today. 1250 North Sacramento Street in the city of Orange. 3 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms. The wait is over. Welcome to 1250 North Sacramento in the heart of Orange. Lovely move-in ready 3-bedroom home in the Villa Park School District. Newer laminate wood flooring. Updated kitchen with huge walk-in pantry and island with electric outlets. Brand new roof was installed in 2015. Large living area with a cozy fireplace and lots of natural light. The spacious master includes a generous-sized ensuite full bath. The secondary bedrooms share a full bath. Price $928,000. Now, my guess, I don't know yet, but my guess is that come January, if this property is still available, it'll be able to be purchased with the 3.5% FHA loan amount because I think those numbers are going to go up to 937. But right now, let's take a look at financing options. 10% down, you're looking at $39.27 a month. 20% down, you're looking at $32.30 a month. 25% down, you're looking at $29.35 a month. That's a strategic program. So you've got to give us a call at 800-306-1990 to get that strategy. Those are all principal and interest payments only. You must add your taxes, your insurance, and mortgage insurance if there is any. We just talked a lot about mortgage insurance. I am a big believer in mortgage insurance because I want you to get in the game. Right? If you listen to the first segment today, I basically gave you an outline to retirement by age 50. Think about that concept. And if you missed that first segment today, you missed a lot. But if you're 30 years old, 32, 35 years old, and you follow what I told you in that first segment, in 20 years from then, you can be retired with a nice nest egg and a good amount of money coming in. Oh, before I go too far, I don't want to get in trouble. So I better give you the scorekeepers here. Compliance, we're looking at an APR 4.107, 3.298, and 3.21. Those are all the APRs, NMLS 217037. But just remember, get into the game as quick as you can, especially you young folk, because this is a great way. I mean, you think about this property. This is probably not going to be your first home, right? You need $93,000 plus closing costs to get into this one with 10% down. So I know that's a lot of money. But if this was your third or fourth home, and you could pull a little bit of money out of each of the first two or three to buy this property, and if you're watching us on RonSiegelRadio.tv or AM 1490 ABC News and Talk video feed, you're seeing a picture of the property. Single family home in the heart of Orange. Now, I don't know exactly where this is. Heart of Orange to me says it's probably somewhere near Chapman University. And you get a 3-bedroom property over there. You know, the reason I say that, it's a Villa Park School District. So you've got some nice schools that you're going to be going to. Just think, I mean, you can have your own home and grow into it. Nice starter for your family. 3 bedrooms. My guess, again, I'm not looking at all of the details of it. Generally, this area, you've probably got a decent sized lot. Just throw that out there. Take a look. If you want more information, give me a call at 800-306-1990. Be happy to put you in touch with Patty. Patty Gregory is the listing agent on this one, 1250 North Sacramento Street in the city of Orange. Again, $928,000. That's the featured home brought to you by myfavoritelender.net. Understand the 3 common issues that will disqualify support income during the divorce mortgage planning. This is the Better Outcome segment brought to you by mycdlp.com. Alimony, spousal support, maintenance, child support, and other support payments ordered through divorce proceedings come in different shapes, sizes, and creative solutions. The divorce team may have successfully structured support orders that satisfy both parties. However, how the paying spouse makes the payments after the fact may negatively affect the receiving spouse's ability to obtain mortgage financing. 3 common issues that may disqualify support income when applying for a mortgage financing. Number 1, meeting the consistency and stability test for mortgage financing. Number 2, not paying support directly to the receiving spouse. Number 3, reconciling support payments with outstanding debts and other agreements. Meeting the consistency and stability test for mortgage financing. The basic rule for using support income as qualified income for mortgage financing purposes is the 636 rule. For spousal or child support to be qualified income, we typically need to show 6 months proof of receipt and 36 months continuance after the loan is closed. Note, when you're using a government loan, typically only 3 months receipt is required. Problem becomes when spousal support is ordered paid only 3 years. By the time there are 6 months payments receipts, there's no longer a 3-year continuance, and the income becomes disqualified. Another hurdle with support income, other than meeting the 636 rule, is documentation and receipt guidelines. 2 specific criteria must be met to use support income in addition to the 636 rule. For support income to be qualified income, it has to meet standards for consistency and stability, meaning support must be paid as ordered. If the order says spouse A must pay $1,000 in spousal support to spouse B by the 5th of every month, and spouse A pays $1,000 in various amounts throughout the month, there will be an issue using the support. And of course, the payment received must not be inconsistent. For example, spousal child support as qualified income must be paid in full as ordered and on time as ordered. Meaning that if the paying spouse pays $700 one month and $1,100 the following month, and maybe pays on the 5th of one month and the 20th of the next month, it is not paid as ordered and will not qualify as qualified income. For example, consistency and stability may become an issue when support is paid based on the paying spouse's fluctuating income. Proper expectations need to be established to avoid disqualification of such payment. It is crucial to avoid and involve a certified divorce lending professional, CDLP, that's me, during the divorce mortgage planning process to avoid this common mistake. Not paying support directly to the receiving spouse. Oftentimes, a former spouse is concerned about transferring money from their personal account to the receiving spouse's account, so they agree to transfer the funds to a joint account, and then the receiving spouse moves the money out from there. In this case, the income is not usable because you can't pay yourself support, and effectively, that's what's happening. Whether intentional or not, both spouses must understand the implications of how support is paid and received and the potential adverse effects it may have on obtaining mortgage financing. Reconciling support payments with outstanding debts and other agreements. Another cause for concern is when one spouse is required to pay monthly support. However, both spouses are responsible for certain expenses, such as child medical expenses. The spouses may agree to reconcile the ordered support payment with shared costs, thus effectively netting out support payments. For example, during temporary orders, the husband was ordered to pay the wife $9,500 in monthly support. However, out of $9,500, he was to pay the mortgage, utilities, and medical expenses directly, and then pay her the remainder in cash form. In addition, the wife was to refinance the existing mortgage within a specific time frame once the divorce was final. Unfortunately, the income received may be disqualified because is neither consistent nor stable. Suppose you ever are in this situation with one of your cases. In that case, it's cleaner and easier to pay the total support amount ordered and have the receiving spouse pay bills directly from a mortgage financing perspective anyway. Since 2014, certified divorce lending professionals with the Divorce Lending Association have been helping divorcing homeowners make more informed decisions regarding their home, their equity solutions. Just give us a call at 800-306-1990. You can also get our mydymworkbook.com, mydymworkbook.com. And as always, we ask you set that first radio preset button to come back here and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A very big thanks to Josh and Sean who are engineering us today. And of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime. 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.